Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
So UFC 318 is officially over, and we will never see Dustin Poirier fight ever again. That shit is insane. It's probably not going to set in and really hit for a couple months till we realize, man, this dude's never fighting again, okay? His stubborn, salty ass might come back after all this shit still, so watch out for that. But other than that, this card was amazing, alright? If you weren't satisfied with that shit, man, I don't know what to tell you, okay? D-Rod and Holland went to war. Marvin and Brendan went to war, okay? Dustin and Max went to fucking war, alright? This shit was amazing. Very fun card. Started off with like a 5-fight finish streak. Pretty sure every single early prelim ended in finish. Even the one woman's fight, alright? Even the women's fight ended in finish, alright? And then there was a streak of some decisions, but they were fun decisions. I don't even think there was a single boring fight on this card. Okay, maybe, you know, leave it to the Bellator bum to fucking do this shit. But yeah, the Bellator guy got his win, whatever, alright? Pitbull did end up winning over Dan Ige. That shit pisses me off so bad. For no reason. I don't even really care for Dan Ige that much. But I just don't like Pitbull for some reason. I don't know if anyone can relate, but this dude is just boring. He's so low output, bro. He's so low output. Alright, but overall, very fun card. I still think it was understacked somewhat for an $80 pay-per-view, but, you know, if you didn't buy the card, I'm sure you had a great night. People who bought the card are regretting their decisions. You know, they're trying to dispute the charge as we speak. But, yeah, we'll start with Max versus Dustin, because obviously that's the most important thing. Dustin's done. He better be. Okay, I don't want to see him come back in a year when he's even older to fight some random just for no reason. This was the perfect retirement of all time, the best retirement of all time. He got the video, he got the home crowd, he got the good opponent. He didn't get finished. You know, he didn't win. I guess it wasn't perfect. He could have won. All right, it was a close fight, somewhat. You know, you probably can argue it was 4-1 Max. You know, I think while watching, I had it maybe 2-2 going into the fifth. I don't know. It was close. There was close rounds. Max obviously won the first. And then the second I gave to Dustin because of the end of it. Almost finishing Max. Which is fucking crazy. Max does not have a concrete chin anymore. That's for sure. But, yeah. And then I'd say Max won the third. But then the fourth is really close. And the third's close as well. Like, and then the fifth was obviously Max's. I don't know, man. It's close fight. Don't think you can score it for Dustin. I don't want to hear any robbery, okay? Ugh, like, fuck that, okay? Max did his thing. He won with his light man skill, okay? His light man skill, his youth, his more creative striking. He just had more in the striking in this fight. He just had a deeper tool bag. He was mixing the kicks. Dustin wasn't really going to the body. Max was going to the body a lot. You know, again, had the kicks, spinning back kick. I think he landed a good one on the neck. Like, he landed like one the whole fight, and it was to the neck in like the fourth or something. That shit looked bad. But, yeah, there's not much to talk about here. It was just kind of another banger, badass war between Max and Dustin that went to decision. That actually, bro, Dustin gets dropped in the first. You think it's fucking all over. He's getting finished in the first round in his retirement fight in his home crowd with everyone he knows there. That shit would have sucked. Okay, and then, just when you think it's about to be just a sad, depressing Max domination beatdown for 5 rounds like the Gaethje fight where he finishes him in the last 10 seconds again, Dustin drops him in the second round and almost finishes him worse than Max almost finished Dustin in the first. That shit was hype. Going into the third, that was the most excited I've ever been for a UFC fight in a couple months. That shit was fucking awesome, okay? But yeah, Max gets it done. Dustin, he doesn't go into the sunset perfectly, but he still gets to run to the sunset. Rich as fuck. Badass. Fan favorite. You know, he never won the Undisputed, but, I mean, who gives a shit, alright? He didn't win the BMF either, but who gives a shit, okay? Just, it doesn't matter, okay? We don't need to be sad for him. Just be happy it happened, not sad it's over, okay? What else interesting happened? Let's go to the prelims. I don't really want to talk about, fucking Paulo Costa, big man Costa, getting a fucking win in 2025, beating a fun, good prospect that I liked. Okay, that shit pissed me off. God, Paulo looked good, though. You know, fuck it. Let's talk about Paulo Costa. He looked good, man. His kicks look dangerous, fast, powerful, high output. You know, in 3-rounders, obviously he looked really bad against Sean Strickland in that 5-rounder, but in 3-rounders, Paulo Costa is still dangerous. And we knew that. He almost finished Robert Whittaker. He's always been fast, always been powerful, but he's always just been like a notch below, you know, to like win at the top level in the rankings where he is. But I guess Kopylov just isn't at that level that he's at. So yeah, he kind of styles on Kopylov most of the first 2 rounds. Kopylov comes back in the 3rd. I thought Kopylov won the 3rd. Maybe not. I'd have to rewatch it. Maybe the very end of the round, very end of the fight, swayed it back towards Paulo's way, and it was just a 3-0 domination, which that shit pisses me off so much. But it was a good fight. It was fun. A little plotty, low output at certain points, but it was fun. They were fucking exchanging, boom, in the pocket, boom, like fun kicks to watch from Paulo Costa. It was a good fight. Okay, it was. Shouldn't have been a co-main event of a pay-per-view, but it was fun to watch. All right, let's talk about the Mauger. Oh, that shit's so cringe to say. Islam, whatever his last name is. He won the model, the fucking model. The Mauger. Everyone calls him the Mauger. That shit's gay and cringe, by the way. Don't say that shit. Okay, I was kidding. We're not calling him that. Okay. He won. He's fucking good. Okay, he's fast. Maybe a bit one-dimensional in his striking, but this dude is fast, powerful, accurate, like, and young too. I think he's like 29 or something. He has a lot of time to improve. Very green in the sport. I think he has 12 fights, 12 finishes. Powerful, fast, long and lanky, big for the division. Like, he's probably gonna go very far in the UFC. Obviously, we have to check the grappling, but, you know, let's just live in Peaches and Creamville, where grappling doesn't matter, and we just have a fun striker entering the division, okay? That was a fun fight. Good performance by him. Who do you beat? Like, Adam Fugit? Yeah, he put up a decent first round. It was somewhat close, but Islam was just landing the better, more damaging strikes. And yeah, he put him away with a nasty right hook, I believe, and then ground and pound. That's all that was needed. Now let's talk about Kevin Holland losing to C-Rod, okay? Or what the fuck did I just call him? C-Rod. It's D-Rod. It's like 3 a.m., okay? D-Rod beats Kevin Holland. Oh, this was a hate watch, bro. I'm telling you, I fucking despise Kevin Holland. Fun fighter, but as a person, this dude is insufferable. So annoying. And when he got dropped and had his chin tested finally by D-Rod, oh my god, man. The hate watch was insane. I was praying this dude was going to get flatlined cold and get finished by TKO. But he didn't. He came back. Still has very good recovery. Still has a good chin. It got tested in this fight a lot more than his whole UFC career. And yeah, it still didn't get broken completely. He still has a very good chin, good recovery, big heart, good sprawls. But yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing people saying this was a robbery. I'm going to be real. It was a very sloppy fight, very back and forth. And this is 100% a fight you have to rewatch to really know who won. But when I looked at live odds in the 3rd round, they had Kevin Holland as a favorite. Okay, so the live odds makers thought Kevin Holland was still going to win this fight. And he didn't. It was a very close fight. I think I'd give it to D-Rod, though. He just had the more bigger moments in the rounds, the more ooh and ah moments, you know? Like, he maybe got out volume struck at certain times in rounds, but, like, D-Rod was just landing the bigger shots. And D-Rod did also get finished, almost, okay? In, like, the 2nd, I think. And then the 1st round was where Kevin Holland almost got finished. But, you know, it was a close fight. It comes down to the 3rd. I'd have to rewatch the fight to really say. I'm not going to cry robbery, and neither should you. It was a very close, fun fight. Yeah, who cares, okay? Fuck Kevin Holland. Then we had Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson, the near 40-year-old man, beat Daniel Zellhuber. Oh, my God. And the thing is, I picked Michael Johnson. He won me $200. I love you, Michael Johnson. He won as a plus 500 underdog. Thank you so much, bro. Because I just knew he would win this fight. Like, I just had the feeling. Like, I put Zellhuber on my P-head tier list. This dude has a P-head. He just doesn't have a good chin. Okay? And he has no hands. He has no hands. He has no power. All he has is big body kicks. Okay? Big kicks to the hands. He's like an Ian Gary, but slightly even worse. You know? He's just not as good as everyone was saying he is. He hasn't really beat the best people in the UFC so far. I predicted him to lose here, and I'm so glad he did. Okay? I'm so glad Michael Johnson got a win. Dude, isn't he on like a 3-fight finish streak? This shit, actually, he didn't finish him. It was a decision win. He's on a 3-fight win streak, 2 by finish, I believe. Fucking insane. This dude's gonna get like a top 7 or top 8 opponent at this rate. Like, he's gonna get a big matchup. And if he wins that one, what is he gonna fight a top 5? Then what? Is he gonna get a fucking title shot? What the fuck is going on? Alright, this is insane. The old heads were the story of this card mostly. It was funny as shit, honestly. I'm very glad. Yeah, he dropped Zellhuber in the second after winning the first just because Zellhuber did nothing. He had no hands. All he did was throw kicks at range like Izzy and just got out damaged and got outstruck purely and clearly, like just easily in the first round. And then Zellhuber gets dropped in the second. So that's 2-0 going into the third. And then Zellhuber just, like, he does better in the third, but man, this dude has no output, no hands, no power, no actual power in his kicks either to, like, head kick KO Johnson. Johnson did get hurt at times, but, you know Johnson, he's very chinny at times. And his defense is really bad, too, at times. So, the fact that he won this fight is fucking embarrassing for Zellhuber, but I'm so glad he did. Okay. Let's move on. Brendan Allen versus Marvin Vettori. Holy shit, man. This was a good fight as well. Marvin Vettori, say what you want about him, make fun of him for being literally retarded. He puts on some fun fights every once in a while, okay? And it seems like he wants to stay active after that big layoff. He's come back and lost twice in a very short time, taking a lot of damage like he does. Not the best look, but Brendan Allen. Can we just stop making fun of Brendan Allen, man? This dude is good. His grappling is like S tier. He has decent hands, decent gas tank. He's just very well-rounded, and he's a good fighter. And he's going to stay in the rankings for a long time, probably, okay? No shame in losing to a Mavov. No shame in losing to Fluffy. Like, he's fighting high levels of competition, big tests that most people outside and in the rankings would lose to. So, let's chill on Brendan Allen. He's a good fighter, and I'm very glad he won. Obviously, I picked him to win. Like, if you picked Marvin here, like, how did you think Marvin would win? By knocking him out? I low-key was thinking, oh, maybe we see a fluke KO from Marvin just from that orc rage, because they had beef, obviously, going into this fight, but nah. Okay, how was he going to win this fight? A submission? Like, a pitter-pat decision? No, he just has no striking technique, man. He's just so one-dimensional. Has a big body kick, a big 1-2, and that's it. He got outstruck by Brendan Allen, mostly. That's how Brendan Allen won this fight. He outstruck him. Took him down in the first, won the first with grappling, ground and pound, and then he won the second 2 rounds by outstriking him. It was very fun to watch, very high output fight, and yeah, that's UFC 318. That's all I want to talk about. Very fun fights, so many finishes. For a shit card on paper, I'm satisfied. I am. Okay, it was a fun fight of nights. I don't regret watching them, because recently I've been regretting spending 7 hours of my fucking life, my fucking weekend watching this shit. But this was a good card. Okay, very fun. Hope y'all enjoyed the breakdown. I'll see you guys in the next one.